Good morning, people, and we are back. It's been over a week since we made that last video where we were talking about our previous solicitors that took on our case midway through, and oh, we can see another doggy. Look at the oh God, oh God. You've seen a friend. Hey. Yeah. Right, so we are new to this YouTube thing, and before we start again, please, because we don't have that much followers, we would like it that whoever comes across this, please can you like this page, like the video, please share so that more people would follow, not just because of ourselves, but just so that people can get educated, people can get some information if they are going through the same thing as we went through. So I would appreciate if you can please like, subscribe and share this video.
Yep.
All right, thank you.
We just want to be aware that there are bad solicitors in the country, and we just don't want you to fall victim to these bad solicitors, because what they cause is just not mere losing your money, but they give you huge mental health issues. So we just want you to be aware that there are solicitors that will take your money and not do your job, and the things that you're meant to do, and the ways to complain about them and where to take them and all of that stuff. So follow us for those guides, and I will continue talking about it, because these are real issues affecting real people.
Okay, and just from the back of that, when he said be aware of bad solicitors, don't get me wrong, we're not saying all solicitors are bad. We've only if you have to compare or judge from two handfuls, I think only one in the last, let's say, 10 years, only one solicitor's firm that I can think of that really, I'm not saying that they're just so good, but in terms of, because you do have a lot of solicitors that work in a firm, and it's not all of the solicitors that would be bad, but there would be some that would make the whole firm look bad. So the firm that I'm talking about, I don't want to mention them yet, because I could mention them, but I don't want to mention them. But they did act for me on an injury claim, and they did something wrong to themselves. But when we put it forward to them, they actually put it right. So, and that's what we're talking about. No one's ever going to be perfect, but if you've done wrong, and you know clearly that you've done wrong, why are you trying to not put it right? And that's where we're coming from. So, to these solicitors that acted for our civil claim, they actually called OTS Solicitors Ltd, based in Cannon Street, OTS. And the reason why we didn't mention them before is not because we're not supposed to, because we know we can mention anybody, even anyone in Southwark Council that's been our local authority that we've been suing for a few years. We can mention every single person involved, but we choose not to mention everybody because we're trying to give these people an opportunity to be better. And they're human beings, I get that. I really wouldn't want it to be that because we've mentioned their names, people now start attacking them, and that's not what we want at all. We want them to be better, do better, because these professions that you've gone into, they're in line with medical professions, because a lot of trust is put into you, like police, doctors, lawyers. You all supposed to follow a form of code of conduct because you serve the public. So it's not like your private business, you can do whatever you want. So even private business, we own our own business. We don't just do whatever we want. Anyone that complains to us, we address it. We don't just ignore them and just, not even offer anything that is a genuine complaint, by the way. So OTS solicitors were our solicitors. And we've been trying to get them to resolve the issues that we've had with them since last year, September, when they knew full well that their solicitor, when I say previous because she's left their firm now, that she poorly handled our case and then planned all sorts to drop our case before trial. When just before they dropped our case, you were egging us on. Yeah, we're going to do this, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. Then suddenly, and I'm going to put it out there what it is that they did. We didn't have a conditional fee. We had an agreement where we pay them whenever they invoice us, they invoice us and we have 30 days to pay. And that's what we've been doing since March of 2024. And they knew that every time they would ask us for money, we will pay them even within that week. So the week before our trial, this is the plan that I know that they had, because they know that we're not people that just have like huge sums of money in our bank accounts. They knew that they were supposed to get hold on, let me just see. Someone's coming behind me. Let me not record. Yes. They knew that we couldn't just come up with a huge sum of money because they knew our situation. We were paying them in installments. They knew that. Out of the blues, our trial started on 9th of September. Was supposed to start on 9th of September 2024.
10:30 a.m.
Yeah. 3rd of September, our solicitor emailed us about an invoice, and she said, oh, pay this invoice within 30 days. The very next day, 9:30 a.m., she calls to say, oh, by the way, the barrister wants all of his trial fees up front before trial.
She's not in the BSB handbook.
It's not in the contract that we signed. It's not in the BSB handbook. Just ask for everything up front before we start. And if we do not pay it by 12 noon that same day on the 4th, Wednesday, that he's not going to come. And she put that in an email. She called us to say this, and she also put it in an email that since you've demonstrated that you're not going to pay everything, you're not having a barrister. He's no longer doing it. And also we are no longer going to be representing you. I'm like, whoa! What's happened? 3rd of September, you were just finishing our skeleton argument, which you said you have submitted in court. The skeleton argument for the trial, the bond, everything you told me on the 3rd, plus the invoice that you gave saying pay in 30 days. After the trial, you said that on 3rd of September, the day before. Next day, you're saying you want the money up front. Does not, like, please tell me, any lawyers out there, barristers that's watching this video, please tell me and correct us, because we're not legal people. Please tell us whether that all sounds kosher to you. I'm not making this up. I welcome the solicitors themselves, because now that we've named them, OTS Solicitors, there's some construction work going on here as well. We welcome them to come online and make a statement. Say anything against what we are saying. They know who we are. Say, because this is what's happened. But anyway, I'm just letting you know how this whole them dropping our case started. So we had to remind them on email again on that 4th of September that we signed a contract, and we posted it back to them. This is our contract. This is what we signed. There was nothing about us paying anything up front. So when they read that, they were like, oh, okay. We're going to look for another barrister for you. But before we appoint that barrister, pay this another large sum of money. So that's what they continued with us up until the 6th of September, meaning that Friday, because we were under the impression they were going to find one, because we kept on pointing them to our contract, that if you do this, you are breaching our contract. We expect you to have a barrister ready for us by Monday. And that's how we left it. And then we all know what happened on that Monday. So
all this, sorry to cut you,
Yeah.
all this is official, by the way. It's with the SRA, the Ombudsman. They all know this issue, and they're still under investigation. So we're not making up stuff. Everything is factual. Everything we're saying is factual. Can be backed up by evidence.
yeah, so now that SRA has done their investigation, has not found them in serious, like they felt like it's more poor service than misconduct, although we disagree, but that's what SRA is saying. So it's the ombudsman that they are waiting for, but that ombudsman, we're talking probably mid next year, who knows, because there's a huge waiting queue just to even go on to get an investigator, and then he has to also investigate. And that waiting queue, they told us, was like 11 months when we went into that queue in February this year. So 11 months before you appoint an investigator still has to investigate. So anyway, that's why we started this process, because it's like, no, these people know that they've done wrong, right? So we're giving them an opportunity to put it right before legal ombudsman jumps in. So rather than them having this conversation with us because of the Professional Negligence Protocol that we've now followed legally, your solicitor's firm, you've now gone to acquire another solicitor's firm. And that other solicitor's firm, they called RPC.
Legal.
Yeah, RPC Legal. And like we said last time, they still have not replied our email of the 25th of July this year. They've not replied our email to say, where's your authority? And, because one, you just contacted me out of nowhere without any confirmation from our previous solicitors to say, by the way, we're moving this on to another solicitor. So they already thinking, my God, we're in another deep trouble again. Yes, you are. It looks bad. Yes, I know. Guys, look, OTS and RPC, yes, it looks bad for you guys. It does. We're not trying to bring your business down because everybody knows all solicitors firm, there's going to be at least one bad apple or two bad apples in there. But we're trying to help you guys to help yourselves. Do the right thing.
Compliance.
Do the right thing. Let this be a lesson to all of you. RPC, I'm hoping you've learned your own lesson as well since 2023 because we've read that case and what you guys did going back to 2011. We've read that case. I'm hoping you guys have learned your lessons because you are now coming to defend our previous solicitors on the same issues that you guys were reprimanded for in 2023. So I'm sure you have the experience now to tell them that no, there's no way. So just do the right thing. Do the right thing. Be better. Show that you can be good. Show that you can resolve client complaints amicably. Otherwise, in this day and age now, everyone knows everything is about social media. Everyone comes online and gives their review.
Citizen journalism.
Yeah. So that's why we're letting the public know now. Instead of me saying, oh, previous solicitor, that solicitor, I can now say OTS and I can say RPC. So, OTS solicitors, please do the right thing. RPC, yes, you've messed up too because you've contacted individuals without authority. Do the right thing. Apologize. Oversight, whichever one what language you guys want to use, because you guys always look for one excuse to say, oh, we didn't know, it doesn't matter, we don't really care. Yeah, we don't really care. Stop doing all this malpractice stuff. You think people are dumb. People are not dumb. A lot of people are just really busy. A lot of people are really busy that they don't have your time. But this is why we're doing the videos we're doing. We will make that time for you. We'll have your time. Some people don't have the time. That's why you don't really get a lot of people fighting you. But stop taking advantage of that. Stop taking advantage that people don't have time. Be better. Okay? Oh, it's doing another one. Anyway. Tunde, is there anything you want to say to finish off?
Just people be aware. Be aware that there are bad solicitors in the UK. We're not saying the industry is bad, but the industry needs regulatory oversight or someone to come in and do something because real people are suffering from bad lawyers. That's all.
And don't also forget to like, share and subscribe to the YouTube channel so that a lot of people can watch and learn from our own experience. Have a great day.